Hey everyone, it's Mary here with Midlife Journal. Sorry I'm so late. I've been out at the beach all day. I'm in sunny California, and I just couldn't resist being out in the sun today and walking along the beach. So get your pen, grab your journal, and let's get to it. Today's topic is going somewhere. So it's been almost 9 years now. It's 9 years this year. Like, I can't believe it. It's gone by so quickly. It's 9 years this year since my husband and I left the US and decided to do something different and go somewhere. And actually, we did not really have a destination in mind. Now, I don't suggest this for anyone unless you're really adventurous and you really have a good communication pathway with your partner if you're doing this with another person. But for my husband and I, we definitely were on a journey. There were several reasons why we decided to leave the US. It was for family reasons. My husband was born in Poland, and he has still an elderly sister that didn't need full-time care, but it would just be nice to have another family member around. And it was a time in our life when we were looking for a challenge, quite honestly, looking to make ourselves uncomfortable and bring back some more curiosity, some more joy. We needed a different way to think about what this next chapter of our life was going to look like. And I had come down with Lyme disease, and it was progressing rapidly. And we weren't really sure what the outcome was going to be. My prognosis was not great, but we needed to seek alternative health modalities. So we went on a journey to find that. And so here I am 9 years later, really having experienced so much. And I just want to have you think about what going somewhere might mean to you. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Mary Lynch. I am a human behavioral specialist, and I deal a lot with emotional intelligence, which is where I've gotten a lot of my training in how we either attract or push away exactly what it is that we want in life, who we are at our innate core behaviors, and how that affects our thought process, and our aspirations and what we say that we want out of life. So let's dive right into this. I've got 10 questions for you to ponder. And again, if you've been on these calls before, if you've been listening to the recordings, this is without judgment and without criticism. That doesn't serve any purpose here. You can save all the judgment and criticism for another time. So, question number 1. And let me tell you, sometimes these questions seem kind of ridiculous, but we don't often give ourselves time to get quiet. And so this 20 minutes that we're together, hopefully you have the time to close the door, shut out the noise, and get down to opening your heart up and what these questions might mean to you and only to you. This is all that matters right now, is how your heart is going to speak to you through your pen. So, what is it? question number 1. What is it that you want? You've got a life now. It could be a pretty okay life. It could suck. What is it that you want out of your life? Like if you had a crystal ball on your desk and you could look into the crystal ball and say, "Oh, show me what my path is." What would that look like? And I'll tell you, the more clear that you can become in writing these answers, the deeper that you go. And you may not have time in our time together to answer all 10 of these questions. And that's why you can come back time and time again and listen to this recording. So, what is it that you want that you don't already have? Like, what is it that you think a move? And the move, for instance, doesn't need to be across the globe like mine was. It could be down the street. But what does moving even down the street provide for you that you feel that you don't have right now? What is it that you want? Get clear. Go deep and go deeper. So keep asking this question to yourself over and over again. Once you get the first bit out, ask again. What do you want? The more you ask yourself this question, the more likely you are to come to the truth. And that's what we're aiming for, is the truth for you. The truth that's for you. It doesn't matter if this isn't anybody else's truth. This is your life. This is your story. This is your journal. So get clear about what it is that you want. Question number 2. What do you like to do? So for me, I was never a good student in high school. So I couldn't really rely on like history lessons or geography because that wasn't my strong suit. So I couldn't really answer this. I would answer it differently now. What do you like to do? Like, I love to try to understand, and I think that this is part of my background and what I've done for work for a major part of my life. What I like to do is understand cultures. I like to understand what makes people tick. And part of that, in understanding what makes people tick, part of that is, which I didn't know this until I started on this journey, was I like to actually go castle hunting. It doesn't matter if the castle is in ruins or if it's restored. I like to go castle hunting. And by castle hunting, I mean I like to go to a place and understand what was going on at the time that that castle was being built, so that maybe I could understand what was in the minds of the people back then. Were they kind? Were they honest? How were they joyous? Like I like to ask myself those questions when I go someplace. So what do you like to do? Like, you might like sports, so you might want to travel someplace for sports. You might like to hike, so you might want to do that, right? So what do you like to do? Question number 3. Where the place that you are thinking about moving to, again, could be down the street, could be another city, could be another state. It could be you are being transferred for work. It could be that you are the spouse of someone who's being transferred for work. So these answers, again, non-judgmental, not without criticism of anybody or yourself. Do you know anyone? Do you know, are you moving because you want to be closer to your family, for instance? You want to be closer to some friends. You want to be closer in for us what ended up, which it didn't start out that way, but it ended up being that we wanted to be closer to my husband's sister, to be able to take care of her as needed through this time in her life. Do you know anyone? Now, I moved to a country that I don't speak the language. So I knew her. I knew my sister-in-law, but I can't understand her. I still can't understand her 9 years in. Sorry to say, Poland, you're killing me with this language. But I still can't communicate with her. That doesn't mean that we cannot communicate. I can't, like we can't talk to one another, but we still do communicate. So do you know anyone? Is that a reason to move, or you just want to clear the slate? You just want to start over. What is it for you? Number 4, budget. What's your budget? Whenever my husband go on a trip, we actually have a travel budget. It's a line item in our monthly budget. So we move money into a travel fund so that we don't have to think about it. We don't have to feel guilty, for instance, about traveling. What's your budget? Are you moving for health reasons? Medical tourism is a multi-billion dollar industry. For those of you that don't know, different countries specialize in a different, I was going to say body part, a different ailment, for instance. So, what is that a reason that you're moving? And what's your budget? How much money do you have to play around with on a monthly basis? Is this a permanent move for you, or is this just a temporary move? As uh, global citizens, you can stay in any one country for 90 days. Anyone from anywhere can go and test out a country. I say try it on for 90 days. Then you got to get out. Otherwise, you are you could be deported. So you got to check that 90-day status. But if you were going to a different country. So what's your budget? Question number 5. Why? Why do you want to move? Why? What do you think you're going to gain? Why is this important to you? Why now? Why? What is it? What is it? Because you see other people? Is it something that's been inside you all along and that you just want it to bubble up? Why? Why are you wanting a move down the street to another city, another state, a different country? Why? Question number 6. What's your happiness level? What's your happiness level right now? And what do you perceive it to be once you move? So, you know, I was not happy where I lived when we decided to leave the United States. So I don't know, maybe it was easier. Maybe it was easier to pack things up and get out of Dodge, so to speak. So maybe that was easier. It wasn't any easier leaving my family, my daughters, my grandkids, my brothers and sisters, my friends. It didn't make that part easy. But maybe it made it easier because I wasn't really happy where I was living. So what's your happiness level right now? Today, as we're sitting here, You've got your journal out and your pen. What's your happiness level right now on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being, I'm in nirvana. I'm like, whoa, this is amazing. What's your happiness level? What do you perceive it to be when you get to wherever it is you're going to? Question number 7. What is it that you wish to leave behind? There's something, it could be about you that you want to leave behind, a story, a feeling, a way of life, how you view your surroundings. Like, what is it that you wish to leave behind? That you think that by moving, that whatever it is going to stay put. What is it that you want to leave behind? Question number 8. What different way of life are you looking for? So, when I left America, I was living in um, California, and I didn't like the fact that I had to get on the highway to go everywhere. I wanted a place where I could walk around. I wanted a community. What's it for you? What different way of life are you looking for? And describe that in detail. Like, get right down to it. Like, don't leave any of this for the universe to decide. You need to show the universe the answer. The universe isn't going to decide that for you. You need to draw the universe the picture that you want, so that you make sure that this is your picture, that this is your life that you're describing, and not somebody else's, not somebody else's thought of what you should be doing. One of my daughters was not happy that I'd left. She was mad. She was hurt. She felt betrayed. I had another daughter that was behind it 100%. So, what different way of life are you looking for? You. What are you looking for? Question number 9. Do you believe that this impending move will be the answer to a problem? What problem are you looking to solve by moving? Again, down the street, a different city, a different state, a different country. What answer to a problem is this move going to solve? What is it? For me, not only was it my health challenges, but it was financial, to be quite honest with you. The health system in America just became too costly for us to keep up at the pace that we were going. It was just too costly for us. And we had to look for something else. And so that's okay. I don't have to feel guilty about that. I don't have to feel bad about that. What's your reason? What's the problem that you're looking to solve that your move is going to take care of? And question number 10. What do you need that you don't have now? So the moves are emotional, and they're expensive. And so, in order to get up, let me just say this way, in order to get the biggest bang for your buck, whether you're going to ship a car, whether you're going to sell everything, give everything away, put it in storage, which I don't recommend, which is for another whole other discussion. What what do you need out of life that you don't currently have? This is your answer. This is for your soul. Maybe you don't like yourself. Maybe you don't believe in yourself. Maybe you feel stuck. Maybe like I wanted to scare the shit out of myself. I needed at least I felt this way, that because of my Lyme disease and the way my health was going, I really felt that I needed to shake things up, like I needed something else to focus on. I was tired of I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I wanted something else to focus on. So what is it for you? Only you can ask this. Don't, like don't do these journaling sessions with somebody sitting beside you wondering what they're saying. This is your journal. It's not for anyone else but you. These answers need to come from your heart, from your soul. You need to let those words flow from your heart through your hand down onto the paper. What do you need now that you don't currently have? What do you think an impending move might do for you as a person? What's the unfolding that you wish to call forth from going somewhere? So I hope this session will help you to get some of these thoughts of where you wish to go in the future. It could be in going somewhere that you're just moving to a new career. Maybe you're moving into retirement. Maybe you're moving into a relationship, or maybe you're moving out of a relationship. So take these 10 questions, figure out what it is for you, and get writing. I'll see you next week for more of Midlife Journal. Ciao for now.